That we got this here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and share the screen here. Updates here. And the screen up here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. Wow, can't believe Tuesday is already here. Hope everybody's doing great today. You should be seeing me on YouTube just fine right now. Hope everybody is doing great. We have yeah, we got everything sent out everywhere. And all that's left for me to do is say hello to everybody. Let me do that right now. We got Richard, we got David, we got Arnulfo. Richard, good morning, Richard. Brian, Matt is going to respond to you today. I got your email. He got your email. I think it's because I think it's because it's in Chicago. It takes place in Chicago. I think that's what the time difference is. But I'll have Matt look at it this morning. He's looking at it right now. But thank you, Brian. I appreciate the heads up. Bill, Tom, Flying Ronan, Ivano, Devin, Julian, Sherman, Jill. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, everybody. Stephen, Clay, Robert, Wade, Michael, Lydia, Art, Stephen, Timothy, Murray. Oh, I hope. Well, you had an adventure the last 24 hours. I don't know where you get the energy, Murray. Sin, Dave, Jerry, Patrick, Ruth, John, Mark, Vertuvian, Giothi, Lawrence. We got Larry, we got Brian, we got Peter. Hey, Peter. Nathan, welcome back, Nathan. Rick, good morning, Rick. Jeff, Penny, JB, James, Dave, Dr. Serena, my actuary's in the house. Good morning to you, Dr. Serena. I hope you're doing well. We got Mark, we got Sassy Trainer, we got Kevin, Illinois Grain Farmer, Steve, Peter, Kirk, Javad, Wardog, Deanna. Whoa, we got a lot of people coming in today. We got Richard from Puente Gorda. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, Richard. Stephen, Graham, Rebecca, Stan, Ralph, William. Good morning, William. Samson, Cheryl, Harold, Jody, Thomas, Charlie, David, Graham. Good to see everybody here. Good to see everybody here. Jean, Tim, Graham, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We'll be starting in a few minutes. Just a real quick FYI. If you're new here, please go to the good morning, Martin. Good morning, Matt. Go to the bar, the little round cogwheel at the bottom right that says HD. Click on it and make sure you're at 1080. If you're not at 1080, you're not going to see me as clearly. And we go over a lot of charts. That is it. I have an update I can send you for TV. Please, please, and forward it to Brian as well. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Let me let Matt know that. Here's, yep. Kyung, Harry, Joy, Church, Martin, good morning. Good morning. So 1080p, okay? 1080p. And lastly, if you guys don't mind, if you guys enjoying this broadcast, if I'm being useful to you, please click this button and give me a thumbs up. It helps Google algorithm tell that we're relevant and we do what we're supposed to be doing, and it rewards us. I don't know it to be true. I'm not an expert on it, but that's what the word on the street is. Ooh, look at that. 204 minutes. Good. Mitch, good morning. Doris, good morning. CJ, good morning. Moondog, back from the gym in the house. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. So today I'll be talking about behind all the headlines and tariffs and trade wars, we have a market that's moving right now, and I've been quietly running my data miner behind the scenes, and I'll be talking about that at 1 p.m. Folks, seasonality is still in play, very much in play right now, and we're using it as much as we can. And markets are finally starting to move again based on news data and fundamentals, not tariffs, thank God, at least for now. So things are starting to come back to normal, more or less. more or less. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning. And I just posted the link to the VIP room. Let me tell you what I have scheduled for the VIP room today. You guys always like to know the schedule. We have credit spreads versus debit spreads. What's the best for each one? And when should you use debit spreads versus credit spreads? Whether VIX is at a safe enough level for directional trades, whether small caps are ready for a breakout, why correlation is the biggest overlooked issue with new traders. I'll be talking about that today, and that has a lot to do with data miner, believe it or not. Which type of stocks are breaking out right now and what it means for the market, and fastest moving stocks during the second half of the session. Also, and I posted the link a few minutes ago, and while you're there, looking at links, also don't forget, we have Cam and Gustavo show. Cam, what's on the agenda today? What's on the agenda today? I'm going to post that link you sent me about level 2 and 3. Thanks for that, Cam. I'm going to post that later today. I just saw it, I think, for the first time, possibly. Let me go ahead and post a link between us. Can't seem to find it. Here we go. I'm going to repost it right now. For myself. Thank you. And then, here we go. There we go. That's the link for Cam, and Gustavo and Cam and sometimes Chip are there every day helping you guys out. Please, please, please don't miss out. It's really good stuff. We here at the pub try really hard to get you guys on the right side of the market each and every day. Okay, let's begin. Let's talk about what's on the table today. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. So the first thing we see when we move here is we have divergence. We have the Dow Jones up 140 points, and we have the NASDAQ down 30 points. That's a first red flag. That's a major red flag. I talk about this all the time. Whenever you have divergence between the Dow and the NASDAQ, that means you don't have clear path. Why? Well, think about this. Think about this. NVIDIA is a Dow stock, right? NVIDIA is a NASDAQ 100 stock. Think about all the institutional mutual fund traders that trade ETFs. Think about all the ETFs that have NVIDIA in it. Are they going to be buying it today, or are they going to be selling it today? And and I'm just using NVIDIA as an example because it happens to be the biggest Dow stock and the biggest NASDAQ stock. But think about that for a second. Think about how much instability that gives the market, not in terms of going down or fear, but in terms of not being able to generate directional bias because you don't have a clear path here. Now, the saving grace is both of these are at neutral levels. If this was down 400 points, and if this was up 400 points, and if this was down, say 150 points, it would be a lot more controversial. But the fact is, this is, especially in light of the volatility right now, this is very, very relatively non-impactful, if you will. The only thing I will say is we'll have to keep an eye on this because usually one will take over the other. And as of right now, the Nasdaq's taking the side of the S&P's taking the side of the Nasdaq. Okay, very, 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 very important. So the first thing we see here is we have divergence. First thing. Whenever you have divergence, you have a market that does this. And again, I've already explained why, and it should make perfect sense. Okay. As far as Fed data, we've got international trades and goods and services at 8:30. I mean, it could be an important report, but usually it's not. But these two tend to be pretty important. Consumer confidence, all bets are off on it. And again, it's a monthly report, so take it for what it is. It will have some impact on the market, especially with the market not being crazy driven by tariffs right now. And we have JOLTS, which will reflect on the employment situation. How often is it right? It's right about 40% of the time. So, But the point is, we're not going to be making any moves except offsetting positions if we have any up to about 10 a.m. because we're not going to really get a good clarity. And we don't have a good clarity before that either, as you could see right here. Now, as I said, typically what will happen is if you have divergence between these, one will start like if this goes down 150 points, it'll cool this off. If this goes up 200-300 points, it'll cool this off. The point is, Keep an eye for these two to come back in place. But whenever you have them out of line with each other or out of whack with each other, it creates fragmentation in the market. Does everybody understand exactly what I'm saying right now? I hope you are. Earnings. Coca-Cola already came out with earnings. They're up about 1%. Nothing really earth-shattering. You wouldn't even know they're out with earnings. Let's take a quick look. Let's just take a quick look to see what's what. Let's see which stocks had impact, which have not. PayPal, not good, down 3% right now. Pfizer, flat. Some come out after the closing bell. So General Motors down about 1.5%. Spotify down 4%. Not good. That's a consumer stock. UPS up about $1, a point, 1.5. It's $100 stock. Starbucks. Let's see how Starbucks is doing. Flat, 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 flat. And earnings already have come out, I think. Visa, very important stock, doing very little. And Royal Caribbean up 5%. Looks like it's breaking out to a nice trend if we can go higher. Above, we need to get above this level right here. Here, let me show you. Nice trend, but we need to be on this side of the moving average right here. So again, how are things looking as far as earnings right now? Mixed bag. Kind of how the S&P's, how this is looking right now. Very random and non-committal. So as I mentioned, we have consumer data, we have earnings. Tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of institutions, folks, that are going to be on the sideline today. Why are they going to be on the sideline? No moves on earnings right now, Gaston. No moves on earnings right now. Why? Because look at Microsoft and Meta. They're coming out tomorrow. That's huge. And on Thursday, you have Amazon and Apple. Do you think a lot of institutions are going to want to make bets ahead of Microsoft, Meta, Caterpillar, Amazon, Apple, McDonald's, and Lilly coming out? What do you guys think? Gee, let's think about this one. How about a big fat no? So we may be muted today as a result of not uncertainty, but the fact that we have uncertainty with earnings. And again, earnings are, hey, Helen, how are you? Helen, earnings are starting to take front seat again, which is important. I gave you an update yesterday. I'll give you a new update as soon as Zach publishes the new fact set report. They do it about once every week, once every 4 days. They're lazy. They get it from FactSet like I do. So I just wait for them to update. As soon as they update, I give it to you. See, guys, I teach you all my tricks. I don't have any tricks left up my sleeve. Let me give you some links. I'll be doing a seasonality and a correlation class at 1 o'clock today. I have not done this class in a very long time. It's all new information. It's not day trading, and I highly recommend you guys go there. Good for credit spreads if implied volatility is still good. I'm going to be doing one today. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I was patient. Here's the VIP room link where I will. Good morning, Cat Daddy. Good morning. I thought I was Cat Daddy. You know, I was born on National Cat Day. Hey, Eagle Beagle. Good morning to you too. And here's customer service live. Cam, say hello to us. Gustavo, say hello to us. And here's what I have planned today for the VIP room. As I mentioned, it's going to be a lot of excitement. Credit spreads versus debit spreads. Which is the answer? Is VIX at a safe enough level for directional trades? Are small caps ready for a big, juicy breakout? Why correlation is the biggest issue all of you have. And even Richard struggles with this. Yes, even Richard struggles with this. A lot of folks don't realize how correlated you guys are. I'm going to bust this nut wide open later today, and I'm going to have a webinar on it as well. Hey, Cam, good morning. Which type of stocks are breaking out and what it says about the market and the fastest moving stocks over the second half of the session. Please join me, VIP room. I already posted the link. And good morning, Cat Daddy. I love Cat Daddy. That's a good name. Look, I want to show you something funny, unrelated, not political. National Cat Day. You know what day this is? That's my birthday. So who's the cat daddy around here, huh? And my birthday is October 29th, by the way. I'm not making it up. I'm serious. And no, I didn't know that till a couple of years ago. But I'm the cat daddy around here. All right. All right. Let's look at some things that are not so pleasant. The US dollar is breaking down further. This is not giving US more stability. This is taking stability out of US. We just don't have any data right now. But this is not positive. This is not positive. This is recessionary and depressionary. And so is this. See, Cat Daddy, I may have you beat. Yep, scorpions are big animal lovers. Hey, Eagle Beagle, I have 9 animals, 4 dogs, 4 cats, and a little lizard. Yeah, I love my cats. And dogs too. I'm a big animal lover. I'm a huge, huge animal lover. I've been much better. You have been much better. You have been much better. Jeff says they may have made National Cat Day because you were a cat daddy, but there was no National Cat Day when you were born. Probably not, Jeff. I only learned about it a few years ago. If you think I knew about this all this time, no, I only knew about it last couple of years. You're probably right. It was probably made just a couple of years ago. But I was born on National Cat Day. They named it after me. All right. So this is bad, folks. All jokes aside, why don't we ever see the lizard? I'll show you the lizard. The lizard's like this small. There's a story behind the lizard. I don't want to talk about it now. I'm on a roll here. But I'll talk about the lizard. If you remind me, I'll talk about the lizard in the VIP room today. So anyways, do you see how energies are breaking down? Energies are breaking down. And you see how US dollar is a little softer? It says it's up today, but it made a lower low. And if it breaks this 98.86 level, we're coming back to this level. Folks, the worst thing, I'd rather have the stock market go down 3 times as much as it's going down right now than to see the US dollar go down, because this will avoid institutional and foreign investors from putting money into the US stock market. Wow, you have me beat, Cat Daddy. Whew. Oh, being an animal lover shows that you have a big heart. Oh, my heart is too big, Jen. I try to help too many people. That's my problem. If I just stuck to my topic, I would get a lot less flack. Most of the time I get flack from you is because I'm trying to help you guys. You just don't see it. Look at how much mishigas I got from this tariff thing. You guys almost crucified me. And everything I said I was 100% right on so far. Right? 30 chickens. My God, my goodness gracious. You guys have a lot of animals. Yes, I like to help out animals and older disabled people. That's my thing. All right. So I don't like the US dollar. I do not like the US dollar at all here. Okay. I don't like crude oil. I don't like crude oil. Crude oil going down is not a good sign for us right now. Okay. What about bond market? Let's see if bond market's doing the opposite. Bond market's moving higher. So to me, this is just a wait and see mode right now. This is just a wait and see mode right now. Okay. Now, one thing I want to mention to you, and I mentioned this before, you notice how the bond market's going through this? There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff here. This is like quicksand. And if we can get out of this quicksand, you know what we have here? Another roadblock. And here we have another roadblock. Now, what I believe is we're going to kind of stagnate around here. And that may cause the stock market. I hope to God you're writing down what I'm saying right now. And if this stagnates, it's going to take a lot of volatility out of the stock market, which right now is really, really what we need. So I'm not seeing this as a bad thing, but I would not be surprised if we kind of hovered around here a little bit and then came back down. We need some real deep fundamentals to break through this area. There's a lot of stuff here. And we really do need something strong. It's hard for us to break through this area. Kind of like China right now. Look at China. See how it couldn't break through this area? And what is it doing now? See how it's coming off? See, tried to break, and it's coming off. That's what I'm fearful is going to happen with the bond market. So I want you guys to see what I'm talking about right now. Look at China. It tried to break this area right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then look how it started cooling off. It's a little softer today. If we don't break this, there's an ascending triangle here, a real nice ascending triangle here. If we don't break this ascending triangle, if we don't break this ascending triangle that we have here, then this is just going to break down over here. Okay? That's my wife's favorite dog. That's our favorite dog, German Shepherd. Love the German Shepherd. We've had 3 German Shepherds in the last 25 years. Yeah, they're the best. They are the best. The problem is they shed. So, a lot. If I could find German Shepherds that don't shed a lot, I'd probably end up buying German Shepherds again. All right. So be careful here, folks. Be careful because this can go up or this can go down. Now, it's primed to go higher, but I'm just very nervous with all of this stuff and all the fundamental data we have and all of this Fed data, including consumer confidence and JOLT, GDP tomorrow, employment situation. I would be very, very careful, and I would keep my eye on the energy market, and I would keep my eye on the dollar index because, folks, these markets are global markets. These are not U.S. markets, and they're not showing us anything pretty right now. You may or may not recall, I looked at them. I didn't find them that attractive. I didn't find the shepherd doodles that attractive. I like most doodles, but I didn't find the shepherd doodles of all. I found almost every doodle mix beautiful, but I didn't find the shepherd doodle to be, just wasn't for me. Exactly, Eagle. Do to others as you want others to do to you. So I don't like this. And if we break the 60 level on crude oil, oy vey, it's not going to be pretty. Gold, what is gold doing? Gold is doing pretty much what bonds and China is doing. Nothing. Nothing. It's in a wait and see. The world is in a wait and see mode right now. You could see it right here. You could see it right here. We're kind of just sitting and waiting, sitting and waiting, sitting and waiting. We're still in this area. Nothing has really changed. Now, that's not a good thing that nothing has changed. I was hoping the US dollar would start coming up here. We have not seen that there. I had to install Cyclone VAG just to pull those out of the wall to keep up with the hair. If there was a market for Labrador Retriever fur, I could retire. Right, Cam? Right? Yeah, all of my shepherds, even the ones with the actually, I've never had a shepherd with a single coat, Jill. That's what my wife says. The ones that don't have an undercoat are not too bad. Most of those are longer haired. I'm gonna check it out. I really, really want a shepherd, but my dogs aren't old yet, and I can't get another one. I have too many dogs. So be careful, be careful. Overall, the world commodities, and folks, commodities, listen good. I know I'm talking about several things, but please listen to me here. These commodities are a lot bigger than the US stock market. It's a lot harder to manipulate these markets, these global markets, than the US stock market. Let's say I'm a company right now. I can upgrade Microsoft and cause Microsoft to go up the next 2 days. I can just be a dude, a total stranger, someone that nobody knows or respects in this business. Kathy Woods can come out right now and say, "Oh, I'm buying Tesla." And Tesla will skyrocket and cause tech to go up. That's not meaningful. This, you can't move that easily. Crude oil, the bond market, Chinese market, you can't move as easily. So I'm just telling you right now, we're not out of this danger zone just yet. We're not out of this danger zone yet, not even close. And actually, I'll tell you how, even without any of this analysis, the VIX has been stuck around 25. See this? See how it's not moving down precipitously like this? It's just kind of slowly moving down. Now, that's great. That's good. And it's even better when you take into account that we were just at 60, which is insane. But we're still elevated. VIX at 25 is still very elevated. It still means a lot of uncertainty. If you didn't see all of this, then I would say we're near an upper area right now. Okay, so we're not out of thank you, Jeff. So we're not out of this zone. We're not out of all of this just yet. We're not out of this just yet. We're not out of this just yet. Okay. Also, I want to show you guys something. I'm skipping ahead right now, but I want to show you guys something. I showed you this a few weeks ago when we were bottoming out. See how we're just kind of cooling off here? We haven't had this, we haven't had this, and we haven't had this. And we can just come up here right now very quickly and then start coming back down. The point is, we're not here. We're still here. And there's still some turmoil here. Okay. Let me show you some other ones. I'm just, my point here is not to freak you out. My point here is to make you guys understand that we still can have some more downside. We're not done. We're not done yet. We could have some more downside. Okay. We could have some more downside. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Let's see how stocks are doing right now. Let's see. Bonds have been selling off the last 15 minutes. Look at where we're at right now. Remember what I was saying? There's a good chance if we don't go higher, we're going to go lower. Dow is coming off. Dow's up only 100 points now, not 150 like it was a little while ago. SPY is negative slightly. SMH is negative half a percent. Coca-Cola is flat, up 60.65. There's not much going on right now. And VIX has been moving higher in the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So we're kind of opening up in a very mixed. My point, folks, is we're not out of this just yet. We're not out of this just yet. Okay. Let me put everything together and then I'll talk about the stock market. Is this helpful to you? Is this useful to you? Again, remember, I got some stocks that I'm going to be talking about, correlation and seasonality at 1 o'clock. You'd be foolish to miss this. I haven't had this class in a very long time, and I'm going to be showing you something very, very useful. Here's VIP room link where I'll be talking about a lot of stuff today at noon. And don't forget, our favorite place to be when Uncle Roger's not around is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Let me pull that up here. My point is, I don't want you guys getting all hot and heavy over the market right now and thinking that the worst is behind us because volatility is still inflated, crude oil is moving lower, uh, and bonds are not necessarily flying off the shelf. And the US dollar is still below par. This is always recorded, Helen. It's recorded and you can see it in the live tab. Just go to the live tab, okay? Thanks, Cam. Make sure you're at 1080p also on the viewability and make sure you hit the like button. Here, just to do it one last time. Here's 1080p right here. Make sure you're at 1080p so you could see me clearly. You could see all the numbers clearly, especially if you're on a phone. Switch it, force it to be at 1080p. It'll automatically default to 480. You'll have real shitty quality. Hey, Kirk, there's Mr. I made, I'm making almost as much money as Richard. I love it. And then hit the like button if you're getting some value out of this. Let's see. So far, we have how many likes? Let's see. We've got 163 likes, 521 people here. Let's see if we can make it into 300 likes by the time we're over. All right. Let me continue where I left off. All right. So let's put everything together, okay? Markets are down very little this morning, and they're not really up all that much either. They're just kind of not here, not there. We're losing on Nasdaq and we're losing here. If this keeps going down, this will fold very easily, and S&P is already taking the side of the Nasdaq. I'm not a big Dow guy because there's only 30 stocks here. I prefer these two a lot more. Yes, UPS laying off 20,000 people, closing 70 facilities. I thought it was 20 facilities, Stacy. Wow. Whew. That's not good. Not good at all. So markets are kind of muted this morning, and you could see here. But we do have job openings, and we do have jolts and consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. We're not going to be doing anything before 10 o'clock. Okay? And with the market being muted, they will have an impact. The more muted the market is, the more impact they will have. Stock futures initially moved higher on signs of easing trade tension. President Trump is expected to soften the impact of auto tariffs by removing some levies on foreign parts. I'm getting tired of reading all this because I just want things to be done already. I honestly don't care what happens. I just want it to be done so we could start assimilating it and trading it. White House said on Monday, official announcement expected to be made later today. I'm holding my breath, Mr. Trump. Main stock indexes closed mixed. Boeing rose over 2%. Maybe one of the reasons why the Dow is up right now. I don't know. Progressive advanced more than 1%. Got an upgrade. If you recall, Progressive was one of the few stocks we were very bullish on before this latest downturn. Not distribution. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see mostly cash by IRA because I did not see, I consider true capitulation. No, we didn't have a capitulation. Yep, you're doing it right. You're doing it right, Penny. You're doing it right. And Penny, you can always email me. If you ever need to talk, you can always email me. I'll respond to you like this. Ivan, Clay, Stacy, please email me whenever you have a question, Penny. Always welcome to hear from you. So, bearish side, we had NVIDIA sliding more than 2%, and chips are not very strong right now either. Last I checked, they're down about 0.40 SMH, and NVIDIA is right now down about half a basis point. So there's no strength in chip stocks right now. And we need chip stocks to really rally, right? Bearish side, NVIDIA dropped more than 2%. Chinese Huawei Technology was preparing to test its latest AI processor. I'll see it when I believe it. We've got earnings on a lot of stocks today. Folks, did you notice how volatile the market was yesterday? You notice the market didn't do anything yesterday, but it was super volatile. Earnings. You notice yesterday we had a day trade in the S&P program, in the Trading Zone Live. It went way against us, and then it came right back up, and we made a profit on it. Earnings. That's normal volatility during earnings. Okay, you have a lot of non-directional volatility during earnings. All right. Here's the trade I was talking about. It was a funny trade yesterday. We put this trade on in the morning. Go long SPY at 10:21 in the morning. We closed the trade at 3:53 for a profit. For a profit. All right. It was the longest day trade I've ever had in my life. Richard says one of UPS biggest battles is that they compete in a non-union market. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So we got a lot of earnings today, and you'll notice that the earnings that are coming out right now are pretty broad-based consumer earnings. That you got to be really dangerous. That's dangerous because that'll impact blue chips the most, like PayPal, Coca-Cola, Visa, Starbucks. These are consumer stocks and broad market stocks. They will have a major impact on the market. Institutional traders will want to see these earnings. Okay. We have Jolt's report. That's going to come out at 10 a.m. I already talked about it. We got consumer confidence. I'm not expecting consumer confidence to be good at all. We have a 91% chance of a no rate hike. To me, this means zero. Europe. Now, what's the first thing I notice about Europe? Europe is down very little. Now, do I care about whether they're down or up? Not really. Not if they're down 0.23. What that's telling me is that volatility is coming off in global markets. Folks, that's not the best thing, but that's one of the best things because as volatility comes off, options become cheaper, value funds start buying, and we have much clearer clarity within the market, and markets begin trading like themselves again, which is you've noticed probably the last 2 days. Yep, AZP trade was a roll. It wasn't an AZP trade. It was a trading zone trade. It wasn't an AZP trade. It was a trading zone. A lot of people confused AZP with TZP. So yes, those packages went mostly to UPS. That's right. That's right. Did you guys read about Amazon coming out with a solar car? By the way, all full disclosure, I'm a big fan of Bezos. I'm a big fan of Bezos. I like how he sticks with the same thing. He doesn't go outer space, car. He just sticks to. I like that. I like that. To me, that is a quality of an amazing businessman when they could maintain focus. Maintaining focus is one of the most hardest things to do for successful people. And I really respect people who can do that. Okay. Because I know a lot of successful people, they're all over the place and ultimately doesn't lead to anything good. China. China reiterated China is sticking it to Trump like every chance they get. This is the fourth, no, this is the fifth time they're doing this. They're doing this every single day. Reiterated for the fourth or fifth time that they're not involved in trade negotiations with the U.S., clarifying President Xi has not spoken to President Trump, despite Trump's several assertions that he has. Now, folks, I don't know why, but they keep repeating this every single day. They did it yesterday. They're doing it today. They did it the day before yesterday. They're doing this every single day. They're really, really sticking it to them. Blue Origin has sent people to space for 10 minutes at a time. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I like Bezos. I like how Bezos does things. I like how he does everything under one umbrella. I like Bezos. I'm a big fan of Bezos. UPS came out with earnings. Let's see how UPS is doing right now. UPS is flat, up 0.83, not really doing anything. LEG up 17%. The stock is up a lot. How about Upstart? Let's look at Upstart. Upstart is right at the 200-day moving average. The stock is up 5%, but be careful. It's right at the 200-day moving average. Look. Be careful. Be careful. It's got to go above the moving average. General Motors. Let's look at General Motors. Down 0.53. They're not down. They're not down 2%. They're down only 0.53. And NXPI is down almost 2%. Oh, NXPI is down 7%. Not good for chip stocks, which are down a little bit this morning. So very, very mixed market. Very, very mixed market. Okay. What do you mean Dave doesn't go out to a space? He just sent his girlfriend. No, 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 no. I meant he sticks with Amazon. He doesn't try to come up with like a million different companies. He does everything through his main base. He has one public company. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. How's the market looking right now? Notice we're losing here and we're losing here. So it looks to me right now like the Nasdaq is going to overcome Dow, and the S&P is not really doing all that great here either. Um, Looking at the SPY, or let's look at mega caps. You could see we're kind of cooling off here. We're cooling off here, and we're about to have four FANG stocks earnings in the next couple of days. Okay? Four FANG stocks earnings in the next couple of days. I would be very cautious here. Now, think about this. You got a MAGS, right? 50-day moving average, one VWAP, one moving average, another VWAP, another moving average, and a major trend line. Good morning, Rochelle. Good to see you. A lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff is happening here. Be careful. Remember, I told you if we get into here, we're like in a something very sticky. This is a liquidity pocket right here. So you got a lot of reasons for stocks to just start coming back down. Now, we could do this. Let me show you a scenario. This is the scenario that I'm seeing right now. Coming, oops. coming down to here, making a higher high, and then building a base here. Building a base here would be very nice. Now we can also go straight up from here, but I don't think so. We've gone up 5 days straight. So to me, it looks like we're going to consolidate and start cooling off and maybe make a higher high here. Here, let me give you a picture. I know you guys like when I give you pictures. So here, this type of scenario where we build a base here. This is not building a base. This is too fast. Needs to build a base. So I'm seeing more downside possibly, and then a breakout. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I'm not seeing a true breakout. There's no catalyst right now for a breakout at all, at all, at all. Matter of fact, the SPY is flat right now. It's up 0.02%. QQQ 0.03%. There's no momentum pre-morning right now. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Very focused professional, brings the integrity and stability. Yep. Yep, exactly, Kanaka. Exactly. Exactly. So, what about Bitcoin? As long as the US dollar is going to be below zero, money is going to be coming into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still leading, still leading. I like this. I like this. Now, notice Bitcoin did not break down, but I don't know if we're going to see the same thing with the stock market. There's a reason why there's a divergence here. What about QQQ? Let's look at it. Look at all this stuff we got to get past. One, two, three, four, five. So it looks to me like we can just consolidate or hang around here for a little bit. I want us to break out above the 200 for upside, and I want us to break down below the 8-day for downside. I'm trying to give this to you guys as clearly as I can. SMH. Same thing. See how we're outside of this gap? How we had a gap here? And I told you, look how we can't even get inside this area. How we're breaking down. This is the resistance area right here. Let me make this a little. There we go. That's clearer. See, we have a lot of resistance here. And even if we get to this area right here, we have a big pocket here, and we have we have a big liquidity pocket right here. So, folks, as much as I would love to tell you, how about the upside down head and shoulders on the DXY? We were looking at the DXY. I don't know if this is an upside down head and shoulders. To me, this is just a consolidation, but it's a consolidation that's moving in the wrong direction. I wouldn't be making an upside down head and shoulders over this. It's too small to be a head and shoulders. But whether it's a head or shoulders or not, it's having exactly the same. It's having the same pattern. So it really doesn't make any difference if you're right, Thomas, or if I'm right, because it's doing exactly the same thing. It's coming back to this area. So, folks, I am not liking what I am seeing. The only saving grace we have is comparative saving grace. Well, what does that mean? Well, let me show you. The only saving grace we have is that we went from here all the way down to here. But say we didn't do this, and we went down here because Trump tried to destabilize the U.S. government by firing Powell, and he created a huge amount of unforeseeability in global markets. Fine, we're moving here. Great, that's great, but we're still at 25. Volatility is still 50% higher than what it should be. We're anytime over 20, we're in a huge. Anytime over 20, we're in a huge uncertainty. Uncertainty, not knowing what we're doing, not knowing what's going on, and the market is reacting that way. So yes, it's fantastic that we're not here, but this is not a picnic either. What I'm trying to tell you, okay? Yeah, I think it's just cooling off because of uncertainty, but not really going anywhere. It's kind of okay. Let me tell you where we are right now. We are in a hurry up and wait mode right now. We're in a waiting. I feel like we're in a waiting period right now. We're in a waiting period right now. No, Carlos, 14 on VIX was not bad. 14 on VIX means there's some movement. You don't want the VIX to be too low either. If the VIX is too low, you're not getting any movement. Is now half a point higher than close. Let's see. SPY is, yes, it's up 0.10%. It's pretty flat. I mean, it's pretty much flat. Okay. Do we have any directional momentum? Well, first of all, where's money moving into right now? Still moving into very speculative sectors, which is fantastic. We like this. We like this. This is because the market's been up for 5 or 6 days straight now. You got communication, Russell 2000, Bitcoin, discretionary. See how they're all bouncing up? This is bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish. Let's see if we can maintain this. Look at this, the most defensive sector, consumer staples. It's in the last spot. It's clear that we have speculative stocks leading, defensive stocks lagging. I have three consumer staples on my chopping block. Folks, what kind of a stock do we have? Don't give the name, but what kind of a stock do we have in the pit right now short? Consumer staples. Not consumer discretionary, consumer staples. You got to be on the right side of the market. What stock did we get rid of yesterday long? Consumer staples. Why? Because I told you Coca-Cola's coming out with earnings. So try to focus on so we're still good, we're still in a good spot in terms of directional bias. We're still in a good spot in terms of directional bias. But what I'm fearful of is the market is simply reacting is reacting from this. That this is just a reaction from this. So we'll know more than in a few days. We'll know more in a few days. It's good to go into every trade fearful, pushes you to analyze. Oh yeah, every trade I take, Rich, I assume that I'm going to have 20. I already tell you, I assume that I have 20. I will have 20 losers in a row. Every time I take a trade, I assume I'm going to have 20 losers in a row. Has that ever happened yet? No. But that's my that's my mindset. But you know why that's my mindset? Try to get FOMO when you're thinking about 20 losers in a row. Do you know how much FOMO you're going to get? Zero. You're going to be very cautious. Now, try to give a trade when you have 5,000 people analyzing that trade. You're not going to get FOMO. You're not going to get FOMO. It's very hard to get FOMO when 5,000 people can tell you how bad you are, how bad you suck, right? Let's look at RSP. RSP's not even at the breakout level yet. RSP's not even at this level yet. We broke out here, but we got to get here. See the line I drew, the red line? We're not at that level yet. If you go here, we broke out here, but look how far we are from everything else. So we have a better chance here, but again, I'm very cynical right now about the market. And let me show you why mostly I'm cynical about the market. Are we in motion right now? That's the question. We know what's leading. We know speculative stocks are leading. That's good. That's really, really good. That's really good. Look, semiconductor, technology, consumer discretionary, QQQ, Bitcoin, communication. You got everything there. You got everything there. All of them are there. Even Russell is here. Industrial, you got blue chips are all here. It's very clear where everything is right now. The problem is, we got the right stocks leading. Now, do we have anything in motion? How many stocks do we have making a 52-week high? 23 stocks. 23 stocks. How about 52-week lows? 9 stocks. Consumer staples, consumer staples, consumer staples. How about 50-day highs? 17 stocks. How about 50-day lows? TAP, Kimberly-Clark, Church and Dwight, consumer staples, consumer staples. How about 90-day lows? 11 stocks. How about 90-day highs? This number is usually over 100, as you guys know. What kind of stocks are breaking out? Let's take a look. Absolutely not. A little overextended. A good one right here. Absolutely not. Maybe. a little overextended, maybe, maybe, gappy, too overextended, too gappy. I don't even know what the hell's going on here. We already have a consumer staples, overextended. Don't touch this. Maybe. Uh, that's about it. Let's see the second page. Half of those stocks I just talked about are on my watch list. Are there any A plus setups? Not even one. I talked about gold. My gold opinion hasn't changed. Look what I said about gold. I said if you're currently long gold, lighten your load a little bit, lighten your load a little bit, but stay bullish because we're still at the 8 day. If we go back here, it's time to load up. If we go here, it's time to liquidate. If we go here, it's time to just sit steadily right now. I told you guys that. I told you guys that several days ago. I don't think it's time to buy or sell anything. I think it's time to wait. Look what gold is doing right now. Why can't I draw anything? This thing is messing with me. You've got a triangle here. It's not letting me draw this. But see, you got a symmetrical triangle here, which means it can break down in either way, but you got a strong support here and a strong support here. Ideally, I don't think gold is going to go anywhere in the near term because there's just too much uncertainty. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. So be cautious here, but I'm not that bearish on gold. And look how well it's holding up on the 8 day EMA. Okay. SPY right now is now negative half a point from yesterday's close. It's just not really doing anything. There's not much going on right now. Let's see, Coca-Cola. Yeah, not really doing much. I'm glad we have a short consumer staples. Okay. All right. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at, and then I'll give you a full analysis. Move graph down or up. It doesn't move up or down. It's all right. You guys get this. Just imagine this is extended right here. Oh, hell with it. Just pretend this is here. Here, let me draw it for you so you guys could see what I'm talking about. Got to restart my computer today. It's running slow. Ooh, what's going on with Pepsi? Pepsi's taking a dump. Triangle. Okay. But right now we're holding on to this. I wouldn't be making major moves on it. Don't be left out. Yeah, thumbs up. How about some thumbs up, guys? All right, let me give you stocks that I'm looking at. Campbell's Soup. No soup for you. No soup for you. And GIS. Now, they're both exactly the same thing. They're in consumer staples. So don't go hot and heavy. Levitt, press secretary, is talking right now, but committed in USA and just mentioned chip manufacturing. Yeah, in 20 years, maybe. Oh, good. Good short for Utah's banning sugar drinks. Huh. Go figure. All right. General Mills, AVTR to the short side, CCS, and CHD. Those are my only short stocks. Let me give you my long stocks. Every one of my long stocks looks eh. Like this one looks okay. It needs to still break out a little bit, but this one looks good. Core. This is way overextended and far away from the 8 day EMA. I would not be buying it. Also, the chart, the price action is not ideal. But again, I'm only telling you everything that's on my list. So you have it. Netflix, I like it. I like the price action, but it's overextended. It needs to come back down to this level. You can even see right here. Look at the Bollinger width on it. Look at where it is right now. We want to buy this around here, not here. Okay. CNP, beautiful stock. This is my favorite stock right now. Tesla, just want to show you something that's happening on Tesla. Tesla wants to break out of this area. If Tesla doesn't break out of this area in the next couple of days, it's going to come right back down here. So it's not ready yet. I'd like Tesla to be above 300, but if it doesn't break 300, it's going to come right back down here. It's going to traverse back down to 218. So just giving you heads up, okay? It's not ready yet to the upside, but if it doesn't get ready to the upside next couple of days, it's going to start getting ready for the downside. Chewy, let's look at Chewy. Chewy's starting to look good. I would need a little more price action, but it is starting to look pretty good. Definitely not a day trading stock. Look at how wicky it is. EA. I don't like any of the stocks except that one. Look at this one. Almost ready. Almost ready. It looks like it's just getting there. Electric Arts, TD. Again, overextended, shitty looking chart. Not good looking at all. Looks like it can come all the way down here. But again, breaking out. And last but not least, Tiago, that's because the US dollar is in the crapper. And then take two, I like take two, but again, I'd like it to be here. You could see very easy if you go to Bollinger Width that this stock needs to, it's come up here. We need to wait for it to come down to about here. It's about 3 times overextended in terms of volatility. Look at that. We want it around here. Okay. So why am I giving you these stocks if they suck? To show you, not so you could take these trades. I'm showing you these stocks to show you how bad the market composition is. Usually I have 20 or 30 that are fighting for the first spot, and I can't pick fast enough the best looking stocks. It's hard to find out. It's hard to find good looking stocks right now. The market is overextended to the upside a little bit in the short term, but the main trend is bearish. So what we're seeing right now, more likely than not, is a move against the major trend, as I will show you right now. See, this is the major trend. This is the move against the major trend. Right now, if right now we come back here, let me show you. All we have to do right now, all we have to do is come right back here for the market to be bearish again. From here to here. We're on this side of the wall right now, but look how close we are to this side of the wall. So we got to be very, very careful. And when you take into account that crude oil is coming down and DXY is soft and the fact that volatility is very sticky around here, I would be very, very cautious right now. I would be very, very cautious right now. Point is, I am struggling to find good stocks right now. I am struggling to find good stocks right now. Look at the number of stocks breaking out. Look at the number of stocks breaking down. Look at my A line. They're crap. They're crap. I mean crap. I can hardly find the time when I don't press this button and I can't find 5 good stocks. Can't find anything right now. Short side, can't find anything right now. We're in twilight zone right now. Folks, trade like we are in twilight zone right now. Lower your exposure. Don't look for momentums to continue and be very, very nimble right now. Keep in mind, we have 2 reports today, and more likely than not, we will set the tone with the day. Let's see what the Dow's doing. The Dow's down only 0.18 right now. It's not up a lot. It just broke down, actually. Look, the Dow just broke down right here. This is not good. Let's see TLT. TLT's looking okay, looking higher. That's okay. Let's look at SMH. SMH not doing great. I'm telling you, be careful here. We may just have another consolidation day right here. Just like yesterday, the day before, where there's just not much going on. Is that good? I'll take that any day of the week because right now we need things to calm down. We still need volatility to calm down. All right, folks, let me give you links one more time. I will be live at 1 o'clock talking about seasonality and correlation. Very, very important. Probably the most important thing you guys will know. I'll be talking about similar in the VIP room today at noon. I hope you guys can make it there. And don't forget the Cam and Gustavo show gives you a lot of goodies. Go there today. Check it out. Check it out. It'll be great, great stuff. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm headed to the office. Brian, expect an email back from Matt a little later today, and I will talk to you guys later. Get in on the Rip Van Winkle trade. I don't know what the Rip Van Winkle trade was. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Nothing's been hitting, Christopher. Nothing's been hitting. And I thought I took an hour to explain to you why nothing has been hitting. I spent an hour explaining how stocks are not moving and somebody says A-line trades haven't been hitting. Christopher, why do you think A-line trades haven't been hitting? Do you think that it has anything to do with the market? I literally just spent an hour talking about how stocks are not moving and somebody says A-lines have not been hitting. Christopher, listen and pay attention.